Okay, uh, welcome back. I'd like to talk to you about some of the items I would say I include in my everyday carry for my Nissan Xterra. So these are the items, with one exception, that I keep in the center console. The one exception would be the eyeglasses, or sunglasses rather. So these I keep above the center console in the sunglass holder, but everything else I keep in that center console, and I'll walk you through these one by one. Let's start over here. I keep a couple FRS radios. I find these are handy. They work with my GMRS radio, of course. I will hand them out to friends if we're road tripping. I did this once on a scout group trip, and that was pretty handy to coordinate bathroom breaks or just let the kids communicate with each other. We'll also hand them to a friend if we're spotting, off-road. That's a nice option. So I keep a couple of those. I keep lithium, like AAAs or AA's, I can't recall, but lithium batteries, so they stay ready for a long time. I also keep a headlamp here. This is a black diamond headlamp. It's got high-low beam. It's got a red light option, which is very nice, and a locking feature on the switch. And what that means is you can't easily turn it on unintentionally. And I like that. If it's going to rummage around in that console, the last thing I want is to need it and it doesn't work because it had accidentally come on. I use lights with similar functions when I'm backpacking. I've got some masks here. These are KN95 or N95 equivalent masks. I got into the habit of carrying these during the COVID pandemic, of course, but I've continued to carry them for two reasons. One, if I did catch COVID again and needed to be out and about, but wanted to limit who I was exposing that to, I can wear that there. But more recently, we've had some days with pretty bad air quality in Minnesota due to wildland fires, usually up in Canada. And I will wear these occasionally on those days that I'm out and about and the smoke's real bad. I keep some first class stamps. These are like the forever type stamps. And I keep these in there primarily because if I'm traveling and I want to pick up some postcards and mail them, I've got stamps. Sometimes it's easier to grab a postcard than it is to, source stamps on the road. I've got a Bic lighter. I've got a set of toenail clippers, which I can use for toenails or fingernails. And I've got a Swiss Army knife. This is similar to the Alox series. I think this is actually the type of knife that they would issue to the Swiss Army. So they're a little larger. And I like this. It's got a can opener, bottle opener, regular blade, a pretty nice awl on it. So just good multi-purpose knife. I've got some cables here for charging various things, along with a socket here that I can plug into my cigarette lighter and charge a couple items at once. There's a long braided lightning cable, so I use an iPhone. There is a long braided USB, micro USB, which will work with my fan specifically. And then there is a shorter USB-C. So between those three, you got everything covered. I keep these croquis, so these slip onto my Ray-Bans, and I just keep those in the truck because, especially if I'm going to go backpacking or something, I will wear these. It'll let my glasses hang on my neck, and so if I don't need them, but I don't want to lose them, these are pretty nice, and I believe they'll even float. This is a pair of eyeglasses in a nice rigid container, so I don't wear glasses all the time, but they do help me if I'm driving at night, especially. And then these are the items that probably get the most use. Starting with this one, this is just a handkerchief. This actually was one of my grandfather's, so it's there's nothing special about it other than it was his. But that means it is special to me, so I like having that for the things you use a handkerchief for. I've got a microfiber cloth, which I'll use to clean off the lens of my iPhone if I want to take a photo, or a video like this. I also use it to tidy up the, like the screen on the vehicle itself. So where I have CarPlay, I can just wipe down the screen. And then this is a small like terry cloth towel, a hand towel size. And this is nice. You're, working or changing a tire, or, even coming back from the gym. If I just, especially in the summer, just wiping my face off, maybe the back of my neck, keeps the seat a little more clean and keeps me feeling better. So these are the items that I keep in that center console section every day.